we're going to be demonstrating the HTTP recording aspect of the freeGuard capture. Clicking on our user, dropping down to the HTTP recording area, we can display all web pages that were visited by this user. By mousing over the web page listed, you can see the entire URL path. Now we're going to generate some content data to demonstrate the real-time recording aspect of the freeGuard capture. The freeGuard capture employs multiple methods to record HTTP data. First, it picks up the lookup performed by the browser to grab the URL, which allows us to pick up any URL that's transferred from the browser to the internet and back. Second, the freeGuard capture will cache all HTTP data sent from the internet back to the client machine. This allows all images to be stored and archived so that they can be referenced despite the site's existence in future years. We're going to continue to generate some content and then we'll return to the appliance. Now that we've generated a sufficient amount of data, let's return to the freeGuard capture appliance. Refreshing this page, we can now see all the websites that were visited from this client machine. Scrolling up and down, we can see that it's stamped with the date and time, and we can see the URL. By clicking on the actual URL, we can actually open up the page and view. Now let's click on MySpace, located down here, and we'll see a full cache of the original page. Notice at the very top of the page we have an archive date from when this page was cached and stored, so that this can be referenced at a future date. Like all services recorded by the freeGuard capture, we can run an advanced search on all the data we've recorded in the HTTP area by website or content. Notice that all words searched by the freeGuard capture are highlighted in the URL listed below. If we were to search by content, it will search the cache data for the specific keyword. In some cases, a user may try to use a website proxy to get to a site that may be blocked by initial web filtering. In those cases, we are also able to pick up the URL and content of those pages. Let's surf to one of those sites now. In this example, we'll use a site called kproxy, which is a very well-known proxying website. Albeit filled with spyware and adware, many users still use these sites to try to circumvent web filtering. In this case, let's try to go to MySpace, which would normally be blocked by most businesses or schools. We've successfully connected to MySpace through a proxy website. Notice the URL is now kproxy because we're using the kproxy system. The banner at the top also indicates that we're using the proxy successfully. Now let's close this and go back to the freeGuard capture. Opening up the HTTP log, we can now see at the very top that it still indicates that we're going through to MySpace, but by mousing over and seeing the full URL path, we can see that they are using kproxy as their medium. We can also run a search on MySpace, and we can still run the report and detect that they're using kproxy to go to MySpace. This concludes this demonstration of the freeGuard capture. For more information, please go to www.freedom9.com.